Hello and welcome to Death of Raven Gaming. Today we are playing, as usual during the streams, Marvel Champions LCG by Fancy Flight Games. And last week we were playing Nebula, the week before that Adam Warlock, and now we're at the other hero in the Mad Titan Shadow set, Spectrum. So, let's just start by randomizing the aspect we're gonna do. So, let's see here. What are we playing? We are playing Justice Spectrum. Okay. And then, who are we gonna face? Spectrum Justice versus Crossbones. Give me a second. Here we have Crossbones, and he says, oh, 3 modular encounter sets. So let's see those modular encounter sets. We are going with, I'm just gonna take, because he has one. Starts with Bomb Scare. Also, he's supposed to have experimental weapons. So while the next one is gonna randomize, I'm gonna take out experimental weapon and Bomb Scare. Under Attack. And the last one. And that is Power Drain. So Power Drain and experimental weapons is what I haven't gotten out. There we have Power Drain. And there we have experimental weapons. So, we're gonna fix this in a... I'm just gonna take out Crossbones, because I'm switching the... which sleeves I'm using, because the Gamegenic sleeves were really bad. So let's just put them over here, and we're gonna start as usual with building our deck. And of course we're gonna start with going through Spectrum. So let's start with Alter Ego. It is Monica Rambeau. If you have seen, she's in Captain Marvel movie. She's also a little bit in WandaVision. Monica Rambeau, 3 recovery. Is a civilian. Setup. Put all 3 energy form upgrades into play face down. We're gonna come into the energy form real soon. And then power down. Force response. After you change this form, turn all your energy form upgrades face down. So in this form, you just power down, literally as it's called, and you don't have any special abilities on this side. There's a hand size 6 and hit points 11. And then Spectrum is the hero. 1 thwart, 1 attack, 1 defense. Aerial Avenger. Energy transformation. Forced response. After you change this form, choose a face down energy form upgrade. Flip that card face up to change to that energy form. And here we have hand size 5. And those energy forms are very similar to each other. It's an energy form of permanent. Spectrum gets +2 attack on the Gamma one. After you change to this energy form, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Photon gives +2 thwart. And when you change to it, remove a threat from a scheme. And Pulsar gets +2 defense. And you heal 1 damage when you flip to it. So that's the main thing that she works with, is the energy forms that are always going to be out when she's in a hero form. At least one of them. And so she's going to have 2 1s and 1 3, usually during the turns. Then her cards are, her signature ally is Blue Marvel, 3 cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health Aerial Avenger. Hero response, after blue Marvel enters play, change energy forms. So it's a nice way, because otherwise the only way to change energy form is to flip back to alter ego and then flip into hero. And then of course a lot of the cards. Then we have 2 copies of Energy Duplication. 2 cost upgrade. Exhaust Energy Duplication. Generate a printed resource on your face-up energy form upgrade. So all of these have energy. So Gamma is Fist, Photon is Mental, and Pulsar is Energy. And then you can just generate it. So that's quite nice. Then you have 3 copies of Gamma Blast, which are 3 cost events. Attack Superpower, Hero Action, change to Gamma Energy form and deal 7 damage to an enemy. If you were already in Gamma Energy form, this attack gains Overkill. 3 cost for 7 is a good deal, and then you can have Overkill on it, or you can switch it to Gamma form. It's just a good ability. I think this is really, really good. And if you haven't figured that out yet, there's one of these for every energy form. So next up is 3 copies of Photon Speed, which are 2 cost event. It's a Thwart Superpower, Hero Action, change to Photon Energy form and remove 4 threat from a scheme. If you are already in Photon Energy form, ignore the Crisis icon for this thwart. It's also a really good upgrade. Then we have 3 copies of Pulsar Shield, 1 cost event. Defense, Superpower, Hero Interrupt. When Spectrum defends, change to Pulsar Energy form and ready Spectrum. If you are already in Pulsar Energy form, she gains Retaliate 1 until the end of the phase. So not only does it make you not tap when, or ready when you're exhausted to defend, but you can either switch to Pulsar form, which should, I think that actually switches to the +2 defense. It probably does, yeah. And if you were already there, you get to retaliate, so that's really nice. And then last but not least, you have 3 copies. No, wait. Yeah, 3 copies. 16, 17, 18, yeah, exactly. 3 copies of Speed of Light, 0 cost event, Superpower, Hero Action, change energy form, and draw a card. Just like great. So she works this is very self-contained. With working with the forms, but yeah, we have some attack, we have some thwarting, we have some defense, and yeah, so let's just start building. The first thing I'm gonna check is if Crossbone has a couple of side schemes. Bomb Scare and Under Attack have side schemes themselves, and so I think does, yeah, so there's a couple of side schemes. There's see here, Under Attack has no minions, Bomb Scare has 2 minions, and Crossbones himself has 2 minions. So there's not gonna be too, and of course Power Drain. There's not gonna be too much minions. I'm not gonna care too much about that, which means we go to our allies. And I'm just gonna throw in a couple I like. We're gonna throw in Jessica Jones. We're gonna throw in... I'm gonna read them after, don't you worry. We are going to throw in... And we're gonna throw in Vicken as well. Jessica Jones has 3 cost ally, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health, defender. She gets +1 thwart for each side scheme in play. And Vicken is 2 cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 3 health. Response after Vicken thwarts, discard the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon discarded this way, deal 1 damage to an enemy. It's a nice way to deal some damage as well. But yeah, it's just a cheap blocker worst case scenario. And upgrades, we are going to take an Under Surveillance. 2-cost upgrade attached to the main scheme, max 1 per scheme, increase the target threat value of attached scheme by 4. 4 is a lot when you're playing solo. We are probably going to... Wait, let me just go into the events first before I choose upgrades. So first of all, we're going to have 2 agile flights. First time I play with the card. 3-cost events, aerial thwart, play only if your identity has the aerial trait, which Spectrum always does. Hero action, thwart, remove a total of up to 5 threat from among schemes as you choose. So I think that's just really, really good. Foil for justice, right. We're gonna put in 2, lay down the law. 1-cost event, thwart, after you change form, remove 3 threat from a scheme, 4 threat instead if you paid for this card using a mental resource. And yes, changing energy form counts. And I'm gonna put in 2 one way or another. 0-cost event, max 1 per round, search the encounter deck for a side scheme, reveal that side scheme, draw 3 cards. And then we're going to need some way to deal some damage as well. So this has been mostly to help with taking care of not like losing because of schemes. But we also have to deal some damage. So I actually have started to really like 2 cups of pivotal moment. 2-cost events. I totally 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, great. 2-cost event, attack, deal 2 damage to the villain, 5 damage instead if there's no threat on the main scheme. Which I think is very nice. I'm actually gonna put in 2 brain over bronze. Brains over brawn. 2-cost event. Hero response. After your hero make a basic thwart, deal damage to an enemy equal to your hero's thwart. Since when we're in photon form, we're gonna have 3 thwart. And then with heroic intuition, we will have 4, which is a +1 thwart. It's going to be able to pretty nicely be able to like deal 4 for 2, deal 4 damage while we also remove 4 thwarts for threat. We are going to wait a second. We're expecting there to be some side schemes because there are quite a lot of side schemes. So I'm actually gonna throw in 2 justice served. Play under any player's control, max 1 player. 1-cost upgrade. Hero responds after you thwart and remove the last threat from a scheme. Discard justice served. Ready your hero. And then on the top of that, that is more ready stuff. But to top that off, we're gonna put in 2 turn tide. 0-cost event. After your hero thwarts and remove all threat from a scheme, deal 3 damage to an enemy. So yes, let's just then, of course, we are going to run the classic stuff when you're playing. The 3 cards they almost always play, which is Energy, Genius, and Strength. Then we're also going to take an Endurance, which have +3 hit points. And we're also actually, this time we're gonna take a downtime to get +2 recover. Because in this, we're gonna go into basic stuff. I am going to throw in Blade, who is a 1-cost ally that has 1 thwart, 2 attack, and no consequential damage, and 3 health, Avengers Vampire. But after Blade thwarts or attacks, choose to either spend a physical resource from your hand or discard Blade. If we can get into attack all times, it's nice, but it's just a 1-cost blocker. It's just really, really nice, I think. Sorry, Blade, but I'm using you only for your blocking potential. I think I forgot to boost him up there. Let me think a little bit. We're gonna actually this time take Deft Focus. Deft Focus is max 1 player, 1-cost upgrade, exhaust Deft Focus to reduce the resource cost of the next superpower card you play this turn by 1. All of Monica's or Spectrum's cards, except Blue Marvel and these, are superpowers. So that's just gonna be it basically says reduce the resource cost of the next Monica card you play by 1. So it's really, really nice. And then we're gonna throw in 2 Ready to Rumble. Play under any place controlled, max 1 player. After you change form, discard this card, ready your hero. And yes, that once again counts when you switch energy form. Which means if you're gonna switch for some reason with Speed of Light or something, you can tap and then unexhaust when you ready when you're done. But I'm thinking of, I don't really need any more resource generation. There's good enough. So that's 40 card deck, not including the energy forms. I don't think we have an official state on if they count towards the deck size, but I don't think they do. I think they're on top of the deck size. I think that makes more sense. Which means do I want to throw in just one more expensive ally, or how do I feel? Sure, let's just... I'm gonna throw in speed as well, and then we're done. So there's 41 at the end, which means you're gonna go down to 11. And the villain has 14 to start with. So I'm just gonna remove all the cards that are already sleeved, which was the ones I could pre-sleeve because we knew we were gonna use them. Like, I kind of had a feeling that these would be used. And let's just take out the energy forms, so the energy forms are not in the middle of that. Let me just drink a little bit. I'm sorry about my voice. I've actually spent most of the day shooting videos. I've been talking a lot already today. So let's sleeve. So yeah, I've decided to not continue using the Gimgenic official Marvel sleeves because they break already. So these are just the cheapest non-glare sleeves I could find. But next week I'm gonna go to the store because they were out of the Dragon Shield clear matte non-glare sleeves that I'm gonna get a couple so we can start sleeving. And I mean, it's cheaper because Gimgenic you had 50 sleeves for 100 kroner, so 10 euros give or take. And Dragon Shield you get 100 for the same amount. So yeah, so there we have that. There we have Monica's cards. They had the matte clear regular sleeves, but since we're streaming and shooting videos and stuff, I felt like it was a better choice to get the non-glare one, so they ordered them in. But yeah. This is a special deck, because this is the deck there. Also, by the way, I forgot to go through Monica's loss of control obligation, because we usually do that here. It's really bad. Give to the Monica Rambeau player. You cannot change energy forms. And then alter ego action. Exhaust Monica Rambeau. Remove loss of control from the game. So it stays into play until you go back to alter ego. Which is something you sometimes want to do with Monica if you can't avoid it. But yeah. And now it's just the regular. Let's just sleeve Crossbones. And Crossbones 3. Let's sleeve the main schemes. Sorry, I can actually put it here this time. Which is there. Hopefully these don't glare too much either, because these are the cheapest non-glare cards I could get my hold of. Oh right, there's 3 schemes in this one. I totally forgot. So there's 3 parts to the main schemes in this scenario. So what it says here is set up, create the experimental weapon deck and set it next to the main scheme deck. Which is this is experimental weapons deck. And it's a specific modular encounter that is special with him, that is separate from the deck is the special thing. And yeah, and then also on Crossbone it also says search the encounter deck and discard pile for the crossbow machine gun. And attach the Crossbones, that's why I put it there already. Okay, great. And there we have bomb scares. We have took the experimental weapon deck there, so you have that. We have loss of control. We have all of this, which is gonna get shuffled together with this. Let's just do this real fast. But yeah. Crossbones can hit hard. So this is gonna be interesting actually. And so here we have that attached to him, the machine gun, which gets 2 ammo counters. When Crossbone attacks you, force interrupt. Remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons on the discarded card. And yeah, but Crossbones has a weapon attachment. He's attacking against piercing, so tough status card doesn't really help already right now. So this is the experimental weapon deck. I'm just blind. I totally missed bomb scare. So let's put 1 on the top. 1 on the bottom, and these 3 randomized inside. Then we're gonna just shuffle it a little bit more. So let's just do there, there, and there. And then we can just shuffle it some more. So yeah. So there we have that. We're gonna flip this. Crossbones is leading an army of Hydra soldiers in a direct assault on the Project Pegasus facility in the Adirondack Mountains. Okay, when revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental weapon deck. Laser rifle attached to the villain. When attached villain attacks, attack is ranged. Spend An energy and a fist to discard this card. And it has 3, which is super low. So, yeah. Let's move on to our setup. I'm gonna have... That's where I'm gonna have the energy, and I'm gonna have them in a deck, and then I'm just gonna bring out the one I'm gonna put into, just to save space. And yeah, so let's just shuffle these a little bit as well. I've been really looking forward to playing Spectrum, actually. So this is gonna be super fun. So like that. Okay, so let's draw our 6 in hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's put it there. We'll start with Pulsar Shield, Turn the Tide, Strength, Blue Marvel, Pivotal Moment, and Jessica Jones. Okay. Okay. I see how this is. I mean, that's actually quite not too bad start, actually. I'm going to, on the other hand, throw away Turn the Tide. Oh, that one was bad there. Let's just throw it there. Actually, just... Yeah, I mean, it's fine if you don't see that one specifically. And then I'm gonna... That's my mulligan. And then I'm gonna draw Energy Duplication. Ooh. That's really, really good. Okay. Good luck to us. Let's go. So I'm gonna start by going into Spectrum, where I'm gonna go into Gamma form to get plus to attack, which means I get to deal 1 damage to an enemy immediately. So I'm gonna spend Strength to play Energy Duplication, and then I'm gonna tap Energy Duplication and throw away Jessica Jones to play Pivotal Moment. Deal 2 damage to the villain, 5 damage instead if there's no threat on the main scheme, which there aren't, so we deal 5 damage to the villain. And then we're gonna immediately hit him for 3, which is a basic thanks to Gamma. And that's our first turn. Yeah, 3, 5, 8. Yeah. 8 plus switching, 9. Wait, what? How about I... Wait, let's just... I'm gonna do exactly the same, it's just... He's supposed to start with 14 health. Which means... I would flip, I would deal 1 damage to 13. Sorry, it didn't really add up in my head. I throw away Turn the Tide... No, I throw away Strength. I already throw away Turn Tide, right? I throw away Strength, play Energy Duplication. You did that. Jessica Jones to deal 5 more damage. Down to 8. And then I tap to deal 3 more damage. So down to 5 is what he's supposed to be. Okay, so that was that. So let's untap everything. Dropped 5. Lay down the law. Speed of light. Justice served. Which means it is villain phase, which means 1 threat on the main scheme. Then he is going to attack me. And I am actually going to... I'm actually going to defend. So I'm going to exhaust Energy Duplication, play Pulsar Shield. My Spectrum Defense, which I'm going to do. Change to Pulsar. If you were already in Pulsar Energy form, she gains Retaliate 1, which I didn't. But I ready her. So that means I defend with 3. Which which means he attacks for 3 plus that one and plus this. So it's 4 is what he attacks with, which means I take 1 damage. And then I take... that is a boost icon. So I'm going to take 1 more damage. Because I think the star counts as boost icons. If they don't, please tell me. And yeah. Which means it's encounter card turn, which is Raid the Harmony in Sight 1. One reveal, discard a card from the top of the encounter deck until a weapon attachment is discarded. Reveal that card. Weapon attachments. Is this gonna go through the entire deck? Seems like it. Weapon attachment. Please. Weapon attachment. Where are the weapon attachments? Treachery, treachery, side scheme. Have I missed it? Sorry, I have to go through. Nope. Yeah, I know that was a weapon attachment. That was before. Side scheme. Side scheme, side scheme, obligation. Treachery, 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 side scheme. Minion, minion. Side scheme, treachery, 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 side scheme, treachery. Huh. Wait, it says weapon attachment. That is a armored attachment. Great. It's also armor attachment. Well, we just ran through the entire encounter deck, which means this one will automatically reshuffle. And that encounter card doesn't do anything. Great. So that's a great start to have on the game. Which means it is Spectrum's turn. Also, yeah, right, the heal is after. So, I only have 4 cards because I played Pulsar Shield. So I am just gonna play Speed of Light to change energy form and draw a card. I'm gonna change into Gamma. Give me a second. You see what happens here? Lucifer. Not right now, Lucy. I am so sorry. I know you want to be on stream, so here. Look up. Yeah, you're so confused what's happening, huh? I'm so sorry for that, guys. Let's just continue. I spend Speed of Light to turn to Gamma, which means you get to deal damage to an enemy. And I am going to... Ooh. Then I get to draw a card. But I'm gonna throw away... Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna throw away Justice Served to play Lady on the Law when we flip. Which is after you change, remove 3 threat from our scheme. 4 threat is to pay for this. Doesn't really matter, but I get to remove the 2 threat on the main scheme. And then I have 3 attack now, and I get to draw a card as well. Which means I am sadly gonna discard Blue Marvel on Pivotal Moment to remove the laser rifle. And then Spectrum is just gonna basic punch for 3. Which means that was the end of my turn. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is downtime, Gamma Blast, heroic intuition, speed, and energy. Okay, which means it is the villain phase. 2 threat on the main scheme. He's going to attack for 2. I'm not gonna defend, I'm just gonna take it. So 4 is what he attacks me for. And then it's the crossbow, or the crossbow's machine gun, which is an additional 2 damage. So we're down pretty low. But so is Crossbones, luckily. Which means it is our encounter card. Shock Therapy. Discard 1 card. 1 player card from the encounter deck. The villain heals 1 damage for each boost icon discarded this way. 3 is what he heals. Cool. Annoying, but cool. So, hero phase. I mean, I'm going to flip at the end of turn, sadly. Because I need to... I can't stay on this low health. So I'm gonna throw away energy and speed to play Gamma Blast, which... No, wait, that is such an overkill. Never mind. I would rather... Might just flip to throw away heroic intuition. No, throw away speed. To play downtime. Throw away energy. To play heroic intuition. We're gonna lose the side, but I'm gonna tap to remove 2 threat there, because I have 2 in because of heroic intuition. And then I'm gonna flip back to Monica, which means that one goes down. Which means that's the end of my turn. So untap that, draw up to 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's really, really, really nice. Lucifer! Not now! Okay. Apparently Lucifer really wants to be on video this time. But yeah, it means it's Crossbones' turn. It's villain phase, 2 threat on the main scheme. He's gonna scheme for 3, which is gonna make this advance into the Infinity Stone inside the Project Pegasus facility. Shield agents fight desperately to prevent Hydra from obtaining the Reality Stone stored within. And then reveal the top card of the experimental weapon deck. And it starts with 1 threat this time. Exosuit. +1 scheme, +1 attack. Spend energy. Oh, 1 of each resource to discard this card. That's annoying. And then an encounter card, which is going to be full auto. Surge when in here in Alter Ego. Vibranium Armor. After the villain takes damage, give it a tough status card. Exhaust your hero and spend 2 physical resources to discard this card. That is super duper annoying, I must say. Which means it is it's Monica's turn. It's gonna start by exhausting this time. Yeah. Yes. It's gonna start by exhausting, healing 5 because of downtime, flipping to hero. I'm gonna flip into I can't really flip. That is gonna be annoying, but that's gotta be what I have to do. So I'm gonna actually flip into Gamma. I'm not so the response here after you change this form D1 damage to an enemy is not a forced response like this one, which means I don't have to do it, which means I can then play one way or another. So I'm gonna search the encounter deck for a side scheme, reveal it, and draw 3 cards. So what annoying side schemes are there here? Discard 2 cards from the encounter deck, each player must discard one reach in time in the hand. Nope. Place an additional 1 threat per player here. Yeah, that's fine. Each player chooses to either place 2 threat here and deal 3 damage to hero. That's fine. So I'm gonna actually take a bomb scare and put it in play, which means it starts with 3 threat on it. And then I'm gonna shuffle this. Which means I get to draw 3 cards. Lay down the law, photon speed, and pulsar shield. So now I have a lot and lots of stuff to do. So I'm gonna throw away a photon speed and a Vicken to play energy duplication. Then I'm gonna spend both of those and lay down the law to play agile flight. Remove a total of up to 5 threat from among schemes as you choose. So let's do that, which means this one is already defeated. Then, these are 3 very, very good cards. 3 very, very good cards. And no, I'm gonna keep these. So, yeah. Let's untap. Let's draw up to 5. Justice served. And endurance. And let's go into the villain phase. 2 threats in the main scheme. He's gonna attack me for 3 plus whatever this is. I'm just gonna take it. 6. And then my encounter card is the villain each being engaged with you attacks you. That is 3. I'm gonna use an energy duplication to play a pulsar shield, which I should have done first attack, but I forgot about it, which would not flip that, would flip me into pulsar and untap me, which would make my defense 3, which is whatever this one is, which is give the villain tough stats card. Okay. So he gains tough, and I'm still alive, which means it's our turn. Whew. Oof. Well, I'm gonna start by throwing away Justice Served to play an Endurance to give me +3 health. Then I'm gonna use Energy Application for away Photon Speed and Gamma Blast to remove Exosuit. Then I'm gonna tap Spectrum to remove 2 threat from there. And then I'm gonna, 2 threat from there, which means tough status card. Then I am going to, I don't want to, but I'm gonna flip. Also, after I switch Pulsar, I should gain the health. I'm gonna flip and power down. Oof. So yeah, just pray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Under surveillance, ready to rumble, speed of light, blade, gamma blast, and depth focus. Okay. And then those readies. 2 threat on the main scheme. He has 2 in scheme. Pray. Ah, nice, 3. So that's oof. So unless the next one is an advance, it's fine. This is my encounter card. Hydra Bomber. Choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. I'm gonna take the 2 damage, I think. Just a wild guess. So yeah. Which means it's our turn. Which is going to be super great. Because I am going to use one of my energy duplications to play a deft focus. Then I'm going to use one of my energy duplications to play Ready to Rumble after you change to hero form. Discard this card, ready your hero. Then I'm going to tap to heal 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to flip to hero mode, which I'm gonna discard Ready to Rumble to ready my hero. And I'm gonna put myself into Photon. Yeah, Photon, which will remove 1 threat from a scheme. And then I'm gonna... Oh, okay. I'm gonna throw away Blade. No, wait. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna tap because of Heroic Intuition and Photon. I remove 4 threat from the main scheme. Then I'm gonna use Speed of Light to flip into Gamma form, which will deal 1 damage to the villain, which will remove the tough status card and not do any damage. And and I get to draw a card, which is one way or another. Okay. I'm gonna throw away Gamma Blast and Blade to play Under Surveillance, which increases the threat value by 4. That's where it appeared. Oh. And so yeah, which means this is a 10 now it needs to be, which makes it a little bit easier to deal with. And that just was that turn. Sorry, was that turn. So yeah, unexhaust, we're ready as it is in this game. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's the villain phase, 2 threat on the main scheme. He is... Oh, I forgot about the Hydra Bomber. He is going to attack me, and I'm just gonna take it, which is gonna attack with 2. So he's gonna attack 4. And the Hydra Bomber is attacking 1. And then I get my encounter card, which is Raid Armory. Discard a card from the top of the encounter deck until the weapon attachment is discarded. Treachery, side scheme, treachery, obligation, treachery, side scheme, treachery, minion, treachery, side scheme, treachery, minion, minion. I don't think there is any treachery, weapon attachment. The villain gains retaliate 1. Exhaust your hero and spend 2 energy resources to discard this card. Okay. It wasn't all the way through at least. Okay, which means it's our turn. Which means... Well, now I don't know if there's a side scheme anymore, so I can't really use one way or another. It's gonna be quite useless. Actually, so this is actually gonna change up a You know what? I have cards enough, so I'm gonna just pray. One way or another. Is there a side scheme here? No. Okay. I could try at least. I have enough to play stuff I want anyway. I don't really know what to do here. Yes, I'm gonna start by exhausting my hero and exhaust both energy duplications to generate two energy resources and discard this card. Oh no, wait, I didn't. Sorry. Wait, going back one step. First, I'm gonna tap to kill the Hydra Bomber. Then I throw away Brace over Brawn to play Ready to Rumble. And then I'm gonna play Genius to play Photon Speed, which flips to... Oh, I'm gonna have to get used to this. Flips to Photon form. And that means I can remove Ready to Rumble to untap. I get to remove 4 threat, which I'm going to remove the 2 threat dice from the main scheme. Then I'm going to spend energy duplication, tap Spectrum to remove the concussive blasters. And then I'm going to have to flip to Alter Ego mode and just power down. And then just drop 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm gonna immediately have to reshuffle this. So there we have that deck, which means I get an encounter card. I already know what that encounter card is because I just look at them. Or I mean, I didn't technically wait. I don't know if I shuffled them. So before, when I was supposed to shuffle them, after I used the one way or another. So that's my encounter card. Speed of Light, Agile Fight, Pulsar Shield, Turn Tide, Gamma Blast, and Brains over Brawn. Okay. That seems like a pretty fun turn, actually. Really, really fun turn. Okay. Villain phase, 2 threat on the main scheme. Then it's gonna scheme with 2, with 3 threats, which is, this one goes up to 5, which is halfway there. And then I get, this one has to reshuffle, which means another of that, which is very, very scary. I have to start taking him down, but I can't really do it with the vibranium armor that I have to take care of. There is that, which means I get a second encounter card. Which is there is my encounter card. So let's start with this one. Give the villain a tough status card. Okay, great start to this. And then the next one is Hydra Bomber. I have to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat. I can place a threat on the main scheme. I deal with threat enough. What I don't deal with is my health. Well, actually, I'm gonna not... Yeah, I'm not going to... I'm just gonna flip into a hero form immediately. And that is going to be... I'm gonna flip into Gamma. Gamma hero form. Which is gonna deal damage, which is gonna remove the tough status card there. I am going to spend energy duplication and tap Spectrum to remove vibranium armor finally. Which means now I can throw away Turn the Tide and... No, wait. I really want to use that though. I'm gonna actually use Speed of Light right now. No, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's better to use it after. I'm gonna throw away Brains Over Brawn, Turn the Tide. I'm gonna have to play Agile Flight somehow though. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna use Speed of Light, where I'm gonna flip into Photon to remove a threat from the main scheme. And get to draw a card, which is another Gamma Blast. See, I'm actually gonna throw away a Gamma Blast, Turn Tide, and Brains Over Brawn, sadly, to play an Agile Flight and remove 5 threat from the main scheme. And that's just what I'm gonna have to do this turn, and next turn I'm gonna have to do other stuff. So yeah, have to survive sometimes. Any duplication, Death Focus, Spectrum, draw up to 5s, just a served, Speed, and Photon Speed. Nice, okay. Which means it is a villain phase. 3 threat on the main scheme, and then Crossbones is going to attack me. I'm gonna defend, and I'm gonna use Deft Focus to play Pulsar Shield, which will flip me into Pulsar form, which will give me plus to defend. I'm gonna untap, and I get to heal 1 from flipping, and which means that it's 2, 3, 4. Which means I take 1 damage from him and 1 damage from the Hydra Bomber. I get to draw a counter card, which is a Lightning Bolt. Scars 2 card from the encounter deck. Take 1 indirect damage for each boost icon discarded this way. This can be really bad. So, yeah, this can be really, 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 really bad. One. Okay. Tension. I mean, we're still gonna have to flip back, and it's not gonna be the easiest thing to deal with this right now. But we want a turn at least. I am gonna tap energy duplications and throw away Speed to play Gamma. Oh wait, no, bloody bastard. I said nothing. Yeah, I mean that's gonna be what I have to do. Yeah, dues 2, throw away Speed. It's gonna play Gamma Blast, which will flip me to Gamma. Which is gonna knock down the villain to 0. Which means Crossbones is gonna go over to next one, Reveal. Reveal the top card of the experimental weapon deck, which gives him Retaliate 1. Spend, okay. And then I'm gonna tap Spectrum. Also, he's gonna have 16 health. And I tap Spectrum to kill the Hydra Bomber. Is what I do. And I mean, then I flip to Alter Ego mode. I don't really have a choice. So I'm probably gonna lose now anyway. But untap, 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 draw 3, 4, 5, 6. One way or another, red normal speed light for the moment, phone speed and served. Okay, so up to 6, and then we're gonna take 2 plus 2, which means the Infinity Stones is gonna go through. Hydra sees the Infinity Stones, and the Crossbones order withdrawal. You must stop them before they escape. When revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental weapon deck. If this stage is complete, the players lose the game, and it's gonna start with 1 threat on it. Power Gauntlet. After the attached villain attacks and the damage, you discard 1 card from your hand. Okay, that's annoying. And that's that, which means you're gonna get an encounter card, which is Discard 7 card from the counter deck. If Electro was discarded this way, put him into play. Engage with you. If Electro was not discarded this way, discard it. Search 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this card gains Surge. Which means under fire, double Surge. So reveal the top card and then get Surge. Great. And then the second one's going to be his armor. I don't know how to do this actually. Under surveillance is gone, by the way, because that one disappears when the main scheme goes through. I'm 90% sure. I don't really know what to do. No clue. I mean, I'm gonna have tap to remove loss of control from the game. But then it's like, I have to flip somehow. To what? So he has 5 more health thanks to Crossbones armor as well. Yes, retaliate 1, which means energy and mental is what I read to Rumble. And for example, photon speed. Yeah, so we're gonna flip. I'm gonna spend photon speed and ready to Rumble to remove his retaliate, so at least I can have a chance to do something. Or I could have just, actually, yeah, I could have just used energies, but I'm just stupid. And when we flipped into Gamma, right? And I didn't do any damage because that would deal damage back. Actually, I should have flipped to, sorry, I flipped to Photon, which removes a threat from a scheme instead. Which means all of a sudden I can do, like, I'm gonna use one way or another, find a side scheme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, wait, why am I doing this? Search for a side scheme it is. Power drain. No. Yeah, let's just do bomb scare again. That one's good. It's pretty easy to remove and not too bad. So yeah. And then I get to draw 3 cards, which is gonna be Ready to Rumble, Justice Served, and Brains Over Brawn. Which means I'm gonna tap one of the energy duplications, play a Ready to Rumble, and then I'm going to play a Just Speed of Light, which changes me to Gamma. And I deal 1 damage to him, which will be put on his armor. And I'm gonna spend Ready to Rumble to untap to that 3 attack. I should have not thrown away photon speed before. I could have used photon speed by now. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do anything here. Because Pivotal Moment is just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna spend those 2, use Pivotal Moment, which we just remove this, and then off for kill. So yeah, which means that one is removed. And then I can attack, which is gonna deal 3 damage to him. The moment we have a Justice Served left, which means that I'm done. Let's untap. Let's draw up to 5 energy. Genius. One way or another, lay down the law. Great. Which means they put 4 threats on the main scheme. And then he attacks me for... I'm gonna try and defend for 1. But he attacks me for 6. I'm dead. So, we're gonna restart this game. Of course, as we usually do when this happens before 9:30. C-E-S-T? Yes, C-E-S-T, yeah. And I'm just gonna reset everything and go to the bathroom, and then I'll be right back. So just you guys hold tight, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. And I prepared everything. I just haven't revealed the top card of the experimental weapon deck. Which is Exosuit. Oh, annoying start. Let's just put them underneath here. Which is super annoying, but could be worse. And I, of course, haven't drawn the hand because you are supposed to be here for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the opening hand. Photon speed, one way or another. Jessica Jones, speed of light, Red Rumble, and Gamma Blast. Okay, I would have preferred to have one of the energy manipulation, but okay. But who knows, maybe I get that from one way or another, speed of light or something. So, this means that I'm gonna actually keep this to my opening hand. Well, I'm gonna throw away Ready to Rumble because it's really not needed. And actually Jessica Jones. Yeah, and just draw 2 more cards. Agile Flight, which is worse, and another Speed of Flight. So let's just flip around a little bit, huh? Okay, so let's go. So let's just flip to Spectrum immediately. And let's just start by flipping into Gamma. How about that? Which deals 1 damage to the villain. And then we're gonna use one way or another. Search the encounter deck for a side scheme. Which we know we're gonna take under attack, which was literally on the bottom. No, it's not under attack. What am I saying? Bomb Scare is what I'm looking for. Bomb Scare, Bomb Scare, Bomb Scare, Bomb Scare, Bomb Scared. Which I think is the easiest one to deal with. That's why. Bomb Scare! There we have Bomb Scare. Okay. Which is 3 threat on it. Okay, so we have that, which will mean we draw 3 cards. Pulsar Shield, Lay Down the Law, and String. Okay. So let's just start by using 2 speed, let's use Speed of Light. Let's change to Photon, which means we can remove a threat from our scheme, which is down to 2 now. And we get to draw a card, which is most important, which is Vicken. That's another card we don't really want. Okay. I'm gonna try to keep Speed of Light though, so let's just... one of each. I want another fist. Oh well, let's just... So sadly I'm gonna have to throw away Strength. No, wait. Let's just use the other Speed of Light and pray for a fist. Speed of Light! Change energy form, which gonna switch back into Gamma, which will deal 1 damage to the villain, and we get to draw a card. Please be fist. Energy. That's better. So I'm gonna use Strength and play Energy Duplication. I'm gonna tap Energy Duplication and... oh, that's Pulsar Shield is the only thing we have here, huh? Never mind. Exosuits are just gonna have to be there for a little bit. So let's use that, Lay Down the Law, and Vicken. Yeah, Vicken and Lay Down the Law. Actually, Vicken and Agile Flights. To play Gam Blast, which deals 7 damage to the villain. And yeah, and then I just gonna attack for 3. And that was this turn. So we're gonna ready, draw our last Speed of Light, and then draw Pivotal Moment. Okay, that's gonna be quite a nice combo actually. So, villain phase. 1 threat of the main scheme. 2 threat of the main scheme thanks to Bomb Scare. He's gonna attack me for 3, and I'm gonna defend, and of course use Pulsar Shield, which lets me flip to Pulsar, which is there, which let me heal 1 if I take a damage, which I haven't. And then I get a Ready Spectrum. So I defend with 3, and he attacks for 3, 4. So I take 1 damage, and then thanks to the machine gun, I take 2 more damage. Which means we get an encounter card. Power Drain. Discard 2 cards from the encounter deck. Each player must choose and discard 1 resource of any type from their hand for each boost icon discarded this way. That is insane. So that is 0. 1, so I have to discard 1 card from my hand. I mean, that's gonna have to be lay down the law. Okay, which means now it is our turn. This is actually quite problematic. I maybe we should have saved lay down the law. Oh well, we're just gonna have to lose the first one. It's fine. Could be a lot worse. Let's use Speed of Light to change energy form to not gamma to photon. We can remove 1 threat from a scheme. Let's move 1 threat from Power Drain then. Then we're going to draw a card, which is Turn the Tide. Okay. Which then we're going to be able to tap Spectrum to remove 2 threat from attack on Mount Athena. And when that happens, we are gonna play Turn the Tide. After you hear thwarts and remove all threat from a scheme, deal 3 damage to an enemy. Which means we go down to, which means we flip the next Crossbones, which reveals the top card of the experimental weapon deck. It's a Retaliate one, which is super annoying. And he now have 16 health. And then we have Photon Speed and Pivotal Moment for next turn. And sadly... Actually, sorry. We didn't remove 2 threat from attack on Mount Athena. We used it to remove Power Drain. Yeah. Also that means... And the effect I did for Power Drain before was when it got defeated. So we're just gonna play it as I did now. I should have just read it. Which sadly means that it's going to go through anyway. But that's just what it's gonna happen. So it's untapped, let's drop to 5, Photon Speed, Gamma Blast, and Genius. Which means, sorry, Genius, Gamma Blast, Photon Speed, for the moment. So this one is gonna advance. I don't know why I'm doing that. Which means you're gonna have to reveal the top card of the experimental weapon deck, which after the attached villain attacks and damage you, discard 1 card from your hand. Ooh, that's bad. That was sad. I was gonna do like a solid almost all damage next turn. Oh well. That's just what happens sometimes. Which means it is... He has 4 damage. 4. I'm just gonna have to take it to my face. 5, 6. Actually, yeah. So that is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means we have 2 health left. Because I have nothing I can use on that, right? Phone speed, Pivotal Moment. Sadly not. Fuck. Which, yeah. So that means we should... Crossbones, machine guns, 2. So yeah, we lost fast this time. So let's just restart again. Okay. Yes, flip these two back. Which means that goes there. Which means these go in here. We flip Spectrum back. We bring down that. We go up to 11 health. He goes down to 14 health. We shuffle this. We... Okay, so let's just reveal the top here. It's the laser rifle. When the attached villain attack against ranged, and it has +1 damage. Okay. Which means now we draw our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Energy duplication, that's great. Just served great. I mean, not great, but it's gonna be nice. Okay. So let's go. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take a shill turn this turn. I'm gonna flip or shill. Wait, let me see what resource everything has. Wait, energy and fists. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah, okay, so flip. Let's flip into Gamma. Which means we deal 1 damage to the villain. We're gonna throw away Justice Served and Vicken to play Energy Duplication. I'm gonna use Energy Duplication to play a Justice Served just for the future. And then I'm gonna punch for 3 on the villain. Which means that was my turn. Let's untap, draw up to 5. Speed of light, energy, and photon speed. That is quite nice, actually. Okay, which means it is the villain phase. 1 threat on the main scheme. Then he's going to attack for 3. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to use energy duplication to use Pulsar Shield, which makes me flip into Pulsar. And I will untap Spectre, so I defend with 3. Which means he punches me for 2 and discarded 3 cards from the encounter deck. So he deals 2 damage. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay. Which means that now we get an encounter card, which is going to be Under Fire, which is a surge and reveal the top. So Hydra Bomber. Choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat in the main scheme. Let's... If that's... Yeah, let's place a threat in the main scheme. It could be a lot worse. So, Shock Delivery. Discard 1 card from the counter. The villain heals 1 damage for each boost icon, which is 2 boost icons. And now it's our turn. So we're gonna... use Speed of Light to to flip into Photon and remove a threat from a scheme. And I get to draw a card, which is Lay Down the Law. Then I'm going to I mean, the word's not going to be worth anyway. So I'm going to throw away energy and photon speed to play Gamma Blast, which is changed to Gamma Energy form. And then when... Yeah, actually. Yeah, exactly that. When... I'm sorry. I did wrong, but that's just what happens. So I'm gonna have to deal those 7 damage to the villain. And then I just use basic Spectrum to kill the Hydra Bomber. So yeah, that was my turn. I have laid down Law here. So let's untap, drop 5, Speed of Light, Turn the Tide, Blade, and one way or another. It's the villain phase. 1 threat on the main scheme. Crossbones is gonna attack me for 3 something. So I'm gonna take it to my face. 3. Oh, sorry, that was put 1 damage on each character you control. So that's gonna be 1 damage to me. And then he attacked me for 3 damage. And then we're gonna remove the last crossbone there, which is gonna deal 3 more damage. Whew. That's nasty. Which means it is our encounter card, which is Exhaustion. So Exhaust Identity and Surge. Give the villain a tough status card. Okay. Which means it is our turn, which is pretty annoying. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use one way or another to search for a side scheme. Bomb Scare! What a surprise, that's what I chose. To draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. So let's do this. Let's use Speed of Light. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah. So let's use Speed of Light to flip into Photon. And then when that's happening, I'm using Energy Duplication to use Lay Down the Law to remove 3 threat from a scheme, which is going to remove Bomb Scare. Which then, because after you thwart or remove the last threat from a scheme, discard Justice Surge to ready your hero. And that's a thwart, so let's do ready my hero. And then I get to draw a card because of form Speed of Lights. Which means I get Strength. Which means I now... I'm gonna exhaust to remove 3 threats from the main scheme, which is gonna be all the threats in the main scheme. And then I'm gonna use Strength and Brains over Brawn after your hero makes a basic thwart. Deal damage to an enemy equal to your hero's thwart, which is 3. And then I used Turn the Tide. Sorry, that was not 3 damage. That was the tough status card removed. And then, on top of that, because I removed the last threat, I'm gonna use Turn the Tide to now deal 3 damage to the villain. And here I'm gonna throw away Lay Down the Law to get Blade down, and then I'm gonna flip to Alter Ego and just lose attack amount to Dina. So yeah, let's untap, drop to 6, Speed of Light, Gamma Blast, Ready to Rumble, Pulsar Shield, and Agile Flight. Okay, that's some nice, quite nice stuff though. Which means 1 threat on the main scheme. He's gonna scheme for 2 plus 2, which just means attack on Mountain goes through. Which means gonna have to reveal the top card of the experimental weapon deck. Exosuit. 1 threat, and then I get an encounter card, which is Assault, which means it gets Surge, and that is under attack. Each player chooses to either place 2 threat here or deal 3 damage to their hero. Obviously, I'm gonna put 2 threat there. So yeah, that was that, which means it is our turn. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use it's a hero resource for away Jessica Jones to play Ready to Rumble. I'm gonna tap to heal myself 3. Then I'm gonna flip. To what am I gonna flip to? I'm gonna flip to yeah, let's flip to not photon, gamma form. So if it's the gamma form, which is literally deal 1 damage. Oh, sorry. To the villain. Which means I then get to use the red to rumble to untap Spectrum. Then I get to use Speed of Light to change energy form again, which I'm going to change to Pulsar to heal 1 damage, which also lets me draw a card, Heroic Intuition. Then I'm tapping Energy Duplication and Agile Fight and Heroic Intuition to use a Gamma Blast, which change to Gamma Energy form, which deals 1 damage to the villain, which means he goes through to the next scheme. Not scheme. Reveal the top card of the Experimental Weapon deck. It is the Retaliate one, sadly. And he has 16 health here. And I deal 7 damage to him. And it deals 7 damage to an enemy. Yep, so I do 7 damage to him now, which means he goes down to 9. And I tap, which deals 1 damage to me, I just point out. And then I gotta tap Spectrum to deal 3 more damage. 1, 2, 3, which also deals damage to me. And that means that was my turn. I have Pulsar Shield here, so I got untap everything here. Let's drop to 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means if I have a Gamma Blast, so if I survive, yeah, if I survive, which is probably gonna do because I have Blade. If I survive, I have a kill. So, 1 threat in the main scheme. Crossbones gonna attack me. Blade is gonna be the perfect vampire to take that attack from me. Which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you, Blade. And then I get an encounter card, which is Concussion Blaster, which means he has to retaliate 1 again. So now I take 2 damage. But that was my encounter card, which means it's my turn. I can throw away Energy Duplication, Brains, Overbrawn, and Agile Flight to play Gamma Blast, which deals 7 damage to the villain, and we have a victory. So, yeah, I must say, Spectrum is really fun with all the flipping and very strategic in that way, and I really like this high burst damage that you can really put out with the Gamma Blasts and everything. And I just and just her tap, I just really want to play her in an aggression deck. That will make me just very, very happy. But yeah, so let's just do what we always do, which is go here. We find Crossbones, which is Age. Then we scroll down to there, where she is. And then we fill color. And we played a Justice. So yeah. And thank you so much for watching. I had a really good time. I really enjoy her as a hero, actually. I'm definitely want to randomize into her again. And talk about randomization. Next week we go back to randomizing between everything. Hero, villain, and modular encounter. Unless somehow War Machine shows up, but I very much doubt that. So next week we're just gonna randomize within everything again. All the heroes, all 4 aspects, all the villains, all modular encounters, and so forth. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. I had a blast today. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If I did anything wrong, comment down in the comments, please. So yeah, goodbye and have a great week, guys. Bye.